Good afternoon. We're here at the Evansville Wartime Museum with the Burgess family. This is Harold Burgess, and Harold's going to tell us about some of his military experience during the Korean War. Now, we're at the Evansville Wartime Museum, and the date, as I said, September 6, 2025. So, Harold, where were you born, and what's your birth date?
I was born in Eccles, Kentucky, 2/12/33.
So, February 12th, 1933.
Yes.
So that means you would have been about 8 or 9 years old through, and then up to 13 in World War II. Well, up to, 12, 13 World War II. So Eccles, where is Eccles? What county is that in?
Ohio County.
So you're right outside of Owensboro. That's about 45 miles from here, about right. And Ohio County's southwest of Owensboro, isn't it?
Yes.
Owensboro's in Davies County, and you're just right outside of Ohio County.
Yeah.
Was that town very big that you were born in?
I grew up in Davis County, but I was born in Ohio County.
Okay, what did your dad do for a living?
Well, back when I was a kid, just anything he could find work to do.
Because remember, that was a terrible recession between 29 and 41. Nobody had a job. You couldn't make any money.
He worked in a coal mine some, and the sawmill, just anything he could find.
And what did Mom do?
Just homemaker.
Yeah. And then, did you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
How many, and how were they older or younger, or what? When were they born about? Ballpark.
I had 4 sisters older, and 2 brothers older, and a brother younger.
So you had 7 other kids in the family, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're born in 33, and you lived down there in Kentucky. And I wanted you to tell us, we're going to get to your Korean War, but we want to talk about World War II also. I want to know, where were you when, on Sunday, when they said Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor? Where were you, and what do you remember about that?
I don't remember too much. I think, let's see, I think we still lived in Ohio County at that time.
And did you get all your communication by radio? Did Mom have a radio in the house? Did you listen to the radio?
No, my uncle had a radio. Every once in a while we could listen to it with him, but not where else.
Did any of your older brothers go to war?
I had a brother for World War II. He was stationed in Tokyo, Japan.
What's his name, and what year was he born? Was he born in 26?
Yes, I believe so.
He was a baby in World War II. That's about the youngest you get in. Then he was in the occupation of Japan, probably, right? 45, 46, 47.
He was military police.
I see, yeah. Did he have any stories about occupation of Japan?
No, not too much. We didn't talk too much about it. He didn't.
Yeah. Now, do you remember when they dropped the atomic bomb and what you thought about that? How did you hear about that?
Just from people talking about it, about all.
Did it scare you or not? Or was everybody scared at that time? That's a big deal.
Yeah, I was concerned about it, but not too much. At that age, I didn't.
Yeah. Now, so then about 18 or age 20, you went and enlisted in the Army. What city did you enlist in, and where did you go sign up, and then where did you go to boot camp?
I think it was Indiana, Atterbury, I believe.
Atterbury, where we took a lot of people in World War II and Korean War. It's in southwest Indiana. About everybody got in, got out, went through Atterbury. So Atterbury's it's still there.
Yeah.
But it was really big at that time. So you went in and just signed up, got a physical or something?
Do what now?
What did you have done at Atterbury? Just get the uniform on, or sign up, or pledge, or what did you do at Atterbury? Nothing?
No.
Didn't you get drafted, Dad? How
I
did you
got
get
drafted, yeah.
Oh, you got drafted?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was drafted,
And then you went to Fort Knox, or,
Yeah.
and got trained?
yes.
You went to basic there,
Yeah.
and then they trained you. Tell us about the tank they trained you on there, Mr. Burgess.
We had 8 weeks of of infantry training and 8 as driver's training.
You drove that great big tank. Now, had you learned how to drive as a kid, or why'd they put you in the driver's seat? You must have been the best driver. Why'd they make you drive?
Well, at that time, well, my whole company was training for drivers. That's all they were training at that time.
So then when you got stationed in the tank,
Yeah.
it had a clutch in there, and how fast could that tank go, and could you turn on a dime, and was the gun powerful?
Yeah. Well, the M48 was really powerful. That new one. Yeah.
How big was the gun on that? We have one here we're gonna talk about that you drove a lot. That's a 75. Was that a bigger gun on the 48?
The 48 had a 90.
90, okay, so it's 15 millimeters bigger, a much bigger projectile.
Yeah.
When you shot that, did you lose your hearing, and what was it like? Did it shake the tank up?
Well, it was a whole lot of noise every time you shot.
Did you wear earplugs?
No,
Yeah. And the two guys behind you, one loaded it and one shot it, is that right? Or how many guys in your tank? 5 guys or 4?
I didn't understand.
How many men in the tank?
5.
Tell me all their jobs.
Had the driver and a man down front, a bow gutter, and they went a tank commander and a gutter and a loader in the turret.
Could that loader put a 90 millimeter in there? Was it pretty heavy for him? Was it too big or too heavy for one man to load a 90 millimeter?
No, just one man had to do it.
How many?
He had to reach down, pull it out of the bottom, and put it in.
How many bullets you think you had, or projectiles? They got about 50 in there? How many?
Probably, I don't know exactly,
But you had a bunch of them in there. When you practiced at Fort Knox, did you remember them shooting it, and how far would it go? 10 miles or so?
I never had any training on that gun at all.
Yeah.
Just driver training is all I had on that.
Could you go over a hill or go through water, or what did you usually do in that tank?
The gunner and the tank commander done most of the stuff that was done.
I see. Okay.
Well, the guy down front with me had a 30 caliber that he could fire.
We have one on the tank here, but it's not in place.
Yeah.
But that's a 30 caliber. That's not real big, but it stops somebody close to you.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever, and what, you had a pretty good engine in that tank that you practiced in? That was a better engine than the next one you got, right? Good engine? Did you have a good engine in the tank?
No.
An engine, engine.
Oh, the engine?
Yeah, he's asking if the engine in that tank that you trained on was a pretty good one. It was bigger.
It was a B12, 800 and some horsepower.
Yeah.
And one I trained on.
Big.
And this one that I drove, like the guy out here, was a 500 horsepower.
So you had 300 more horsepower on the newer model than this one. This is 500, the other's 800. So a lot more power on the one you had that you practiced on.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, we got a ship here that you went over to Europe on, or not to Europe, you went over to Korea, but I'm gonna show a picture of that here. This says, it's called a U.S. naval ship, General William Weigel. Is that what you went over on? I'll just show a picture of that.
Yeah.
Now, how long did it take you to get over there?
We were 21 days.
And then was
We
it?
went through Alaska and dropped some people off, and then went on over.
Yeah. How'd you get up to? Did you go from Seattle?
Yes. We went through Seattle.
How'd you get to Seattle? You go by train or did you drive?
Do what?
How did you get to Seattle from Fort Knox?
Oh, by train?
Did it take a couple days?
Yes. Well, we had a big layover in St. Louis. When I left Fort Knox, they gave me 10 days to get to Tacoma, Washington. And then I went from there on over to the camp.
Okay. Now, when we got over to Korea, you went to South Korea, and then I'm going to show a picture of you here. Very handsome. You're the tall guy there.
Yeah.
If you see the big gun, you're the third one from the right.
Right, yeah.
Third one right, the tall, handsome guy, and the general was coming to inspect you because you guys all look pretty spiffy.
Oh, yeah, we had to look pretty sharp.
And those are the M48 tanks. Which tanks are these?
Those are the M4 like they have out here.
Oh, the M4. So this was over in Korea.
Yes.
Okay, that was in Korea. All right, now let's tell us a little bit about what you did in Korea, if you can remember. Was it pretty warm over there?
Well, in the summertime, at wintertime, we got 35 below zero.
Were you there when the Chosin Reservoir happened, or was that before you?
It happened before I got there.
That was in 52, probably.
Yes.
They took 165 or 150 men from around here in the reserve unit over there. They were in the Chosin Reservoir. A lot of guys at Chosin Reservoir from right here in Evansville.
Yeah.
Chosin Reservoir was one of the worst battles ever over there, where they had 90,000 Korean and Chinese troops surrounding Americans.
There was a bunch of them.
Yeah. And a lot of them got frostbite, a lot of them died from cold weather. So now you get over there and tell us a few things you did, if you can remember where you drove in that tank.
Well, we was mostly pulling guard duty on DMZ line. And whenever they think that there was going to be a bunch come across, they'd call us out and we'd have to go up and guard in.
And you didn't shoot it very much, you just were there.
No.
Yeah. So the DMZ.
Mostly when they hear all them tanks coming, they'd, leave.
They'd run. Yeah. So you go.
They were just trying to slip over here.
And how many tanks would go with you? About 10 of you?
We had 5 tanks in the company.
I see.
And there's 5 men in each tank.
I see. So where you were, it's called the 38th parallel, and we designated the highway here. Highway 69's got a Korean exhibit there. It says the 38th parallel. So in Evansville, Indiana, we're at the 38th parallel too.
Yeah.
Same parallel as Korea was. So that's a pretty important time. Now you were there about a year or so.
I stayed up there for 13 months at the 38th parallel, and then they moved us back south.
And
I stayed over 17 and a half months altogether.
so what year to what year were you over in Korea, Mr. Burgess?
What year to what year were you over in Korea?
I went over in October '53, and I left in '55.
Okay. What do you think you should tell kids about the military in this age and what the military taught you?
Well, it made me grow up in early.
Yeah.
And I think it would be good for the kids to take that training and stuff.
And what do you think about the freedom of the United States?
Well, I like to be free, and I want everybody to be.
Do you think the next generation knows enough about freedom and how we got it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know if I had to do it over again, I would.
Yeah. What did you do during your life after you got out of the military? Did the military help you get a job and help you do what you did the rest of your life?
No, I just found work on my own.
Yeah.
I joined the National Guard for a couple of years.
Yeah. How'd you like that?
It was all right. It was good.
Where were you stationed, over there in Owensboro or in Evansville?
I went to Owensboro,
Yeah, yeah.
the National Guard here in Owensboro.
Now, ladies, he's got his family here. Do you have any other questions for him that we've missed things? His family brought him in today to tour the museum. You got to see the tank he worked in. Did you ever have to change the tracks on the tank?
We've had to put them back on. They'd throw a track every once in a while.
How easy was that?
It wasn't easy, especially in those mountains. On them mountains, it would be a mess sometimes.
Take a day to put it on?
Yeah.
Long time to put it
Would it
on?
take a whole day to put on the track to change that out, or how long did it take usually?
Well, if it broke a track, it'd take quite a while, but usually you can take a pry bar and pry over on it and get it back on the sprocket. But if it broke, it had a time.
Now, who was it, Dad, that always picked you to drive because you were the best driver? Who was that?
My platoon sergeant.
Where do you think you learned how to drive so well? Because
I don't know. He just picked me for the driver.
But did you drive on a farm, or did you drive when you were growing up at all?
I had drove trucks and stuff with the stray ships and all when I was younger. We didn't have automatics then.
Yeah, I've driven that tank, and that tank, that shift on the tank about break your leg. You had to have a strong leg to push the clutch down.
Oh yeah.
That clutch is so hard on this tank. Didn't that hurt your leg?
Yeah, so I learned how to do it different.
Whoa, my gosh.
I learned that you can keep that engine revved up at a certain speed,
Then you can.
and it would shift gear easy.
You usually ran in second or third gear most of the time.
Yeah, in the mountains we hardly ever got above third.
Yeah.
So you almost went off the side of the mountain one time.
Tell us about that, going off the side of the mountain or about. What happened?
Well, we was coming back off and making a run, and we was coming back down the mountain. There was a big drop off on the side, and some way we was going around the curve, and I pulled on the lateral and it didn't want to turn. But it finally broke loose in time for me to make it around there. I think part of the track, I don't know for sure, but I think part of the track was hanging off of the edge.
Yeah, you did.
About a 300-foot drop.
Well, you wouldn't be here.
No.
None of us would.
So that's 67,000 pounds, and part of it was over the open air. Just not enough of it.
Yeah.
How did you think did you just realize you were over something, or how did you know to stop then, or be careful?
Well, at that time, we just kept going.
Yeah.
He come back out,
Wow.
But we was running in 5th gear wide open. You know how boys are gonna drive. Coming down the mountain, that's about the only time we got out of 3rd gear.
Can you tell him about the mountain lion that night?
Oh. I was walking guard duty one night, and I think it was mountain lions or something over in the woods. It was walking with me. I'll go down, make a turn, come back, it walked with me the whole time. I don't know what it was.
It might have wanted to get you for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, tell us about I'm sorry, go ahead. Finish your story, then I'll ask you a
About that
question.
mountain lion. If he got you, you'd not be here.
Yeah. Which one?
I was wanting you to tell the story about the time your platoon sergeant told you to go down into that water real quick and
Oh,
wouldn't let you
yeah.
close the turret.
And we was coming back in off a run, and it was a big creek we had to cross. And I started slowing down, and my platoon sergeant said, "Why?" And I said, well, I don't want to hit that water too hard. But he said, just keep going. When I hit it, the water come back, hatch was open. It just come right back up on me. He done it for me.
How deep was that
He was
creek?
full of joke.
Yeah. How deep was the creek? You could have about just a foot or two?
Well, about 4 foot.
4
deep.
foot, yeah.
It
That's
was
cold
all
water
water.
too. That's probably cold water too.
Yeah.
Can you tell him about the time about the push-ups? Was that when you were in basic, or where was that?
Oh,
When you kind of got kind of smart about how many the guy wanted you to do?
we was walking one day, and I said something to the sergeant he didn't like. So he said, well, give me 15 push-ups. I asked him which hand, which was the wrong thing to say.
He made
Which
you do
hand,
it
wait,
one hand.
I couldn't do one hand push-up, and then he got you smart, so then he really was mad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So which hand did you do,
Which hand
Dad?
did you
Well,
use?
He said, do them on your right hand and 15, and then give me 15 on both hands.
Could you do it?
Yeah, I made it.
Wow, I couldn't do it, and I could never do that.
At that time, I could do 40, 50 push-ups,
Yeah,
because we trained all the time.
yeah. How about other questions, lady?
I know that the tank was your responsibility. You had to keep maintenance on the tank. Can you tell us kind of what you had
I
to do?
did.
Was there a daily routine?
I didn't keep maintenance on it, but when I got over there and they gave me this tank, now he said, this is your tank, it don't go anywhere without you, and if you tear it up, you pay for it. That's a 20-year-old boy they telling that.
How much oil did that tank use, and how much gas? Did you have to put gas in? You put regular gas in and not diesel?
Regular gas.
And you didn't use a lot of oil?
Well, maintenance, ordinance kept up with all the oil. Check it, they come by and check them, make sure that they were in running condition.
Did you ever have it not start? Did you have problems with it starting in the winter there in Korea?
No, never did. It always started, they had a 24-volt system.
Yeah.
How fast would it go, Dad?
Yeah.
How fast would it go? The tank, how fast would it go?
Well, they had a governor on it for 35. But we hardly ever got to run them that fast. Only coming down the hill.
When we first got ours here, we got one of the only 4 places that give tank rides in the United States.
Yeah.
We had a 23-year-old on that thing, and he was gunning. He was racing that thing. We finally had to pull him out of there because he was going to tear it up.
Yeah.
He's 23 and he thought it was a race car.
We
Yeah.
plan to bring Dad back next year when it's back in service.
We'll get him in, but you
We're
gotta
gonna get him in it.
get in. You gotta get him out too. It's not easy to get out.
I don't know, I think he can do it. I know, but this year.
Yeah.
Now, we'll see next year,
We'll
won't we,
get-
Dad?
we gotta
We're gonna
get that
have it back
going.
in service next year where you can come over here and get in it.
Yeah,
So we'll see. You think you can get in and out of it still?
I don't know, I'd like to try it. I'd like
Let's
to
tell them
try
what, I know we've talked about a lot of fun things. Can you tell them about walking guard and losing the guy that was walking with you? So just to show some of the seriousness that you went through
it.
there.
Yeah. We was walking guard up on the DMZ, and we were supposed to meet in the middle. We walked opposite each other, meet in the middle, and I made my round and come back, and the guy wasn't there. I walked my route again and come back, he wasn't there. I walked down his side a little ways, and I found him down there dead. It was some of them, they got across and killed him.
Wow.
Now, is this somebody you walked with a lot? Did you know this guy very well?
No, He was from a different platoon, but
Do you remember any of the names of the people that you served close with? I know it's been so many years. Do you remember any of them?
there was one of them had the same name as me, Harold,
Mhm.
and then we had one, Wendy's, and I can't remember their names. It's been too long.
It was harder, I guess, back then to keep in touch after
Yeah.
things like that, so.
When you found that guy dead, I bet that scared you, because you knew those guys were over there, they come and got you.
I was already scared, but that made it worse.
I mean, because you're right on the line, and when you saw your partner, he was only 100 feet from you, got killed.
Yeah,
That's pretty scary,
yeah.
because you could have been next.
Did you have any other times like that, Dad, where you saw
No.
your fellow people gone?
No, that was the only time that
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Burgess, I really appreciate this, and we're gonna get a copy of this to you for the family, and appreciate you maybe giving us some of your stuff here too, or let us get copies of it anyway.
Yeah, we sure can.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, bye-bye now.